Yeah, I thought we had a chance to win it. It's probably the way our guys started. They started extremely fast. Got up 14, I believe, but we knew we were in for a 60-minute fight. We had a lull in the second and third quarter. Had some unfortunate turnovers, 2 passes. I went for interceptions, and some of them led to points. And so, when you're playing really good football teams, you can't beat yourself. But statistically, I thought we controlled the day. We just had some moments where we just didn't go in our favor. And so we'll get back to the drawing board. I believe we're still in control of our own destiny and how we want to do things. I told our guys that if that's a championship caliber game, then we get a redo. All we got to do is control what we need to control. I think we're still a couple of games up in the West based off today's results. So we'll get back in here tomorrow and go to work.
Questions from the floor.
Tremaine, what was the thought process at the end there when you decided to kick the field goal instead of maybe try to go for it at that point?
I just didn't think we would get lucky enough for Hail Mary and tips and all that stuff. Man, we got to trust our players. Man, that dude, I told everybody, that dude is a long range field goal kicker. I've seen him make those in practice. We put immense pressure on him. He's a true freshman. We can't sit around here and talk about we love our guys, we believe in our guys, and then when moments come, we don't show any belief. So I believed he was going to make it. The team asked for him. So if the team believes it, then who am I to just throw something? I didn't believe we were going to Hail Mary it and win it. We've had some luck early on. Man, you just don't get that lucky throughout the season. And so we've executed that kick before in practice. We put pressure on that young kid. That dude is going to be a really good kicker. He happened to be wide left today. He had enough leg. It just didn't go his way.
Other than the turnovers, were there any other factors that kind of switched the momentum?
We didn't convert on a couple of third downs. We had some penalties that hurt us, and I still don't know. I tried to get a report on or reason on what happened with the one penalty with the personal foul. So I have to go back and look at that. But I thought some of that stalled us out when we were moving the ball, and then defensively. In the first half, we were a big kickoff return, set them up. They played on short fields and they scored. And so we can't allow short fields, explosive pass, short field, score. Big kickoff return, short field, they scored. I thought defensively for the most part, especially in the second half, they played well. They got off the field, and it shows on third down. We had them 2 of 9 on third down, and so man, to get them off the field 7 times is a big deal.
Prairie View TV, Kenneth Richardson, Panther Sports Coach. Obviously, with the play today of Camp Peters, he played an okay game. 4 interceptions, a very rough game for him overall with passing, but he did utilize his legs. How do you feel about the play that he played today, and just overall for that game looked like today?
Yeah.
For you, how you trust him?
Yeah, 4 picks ain't okay for nobody. We got to look at why that happened. Some things, the tip on the screen that went to the D lineman, we got to get that ball up. That can't happen. The tip one where it went off of somebody right before the half. We'll look at that and see what we could have did better there, but we can't turn the ball over. We had done a really good job. We only had 6 turnovers on the year going into this game. And walking out of this game, now we got 10 in 8 games. And so we got to take a look at that, and we got to find out whether it was schematic, whether it was decision-making, or whether it was their good luck on their part. And so we'll look at that in the morning and go from there.
At any point, did you think about going back to Tevin?
No, not really. Man, I just don't believe in the musical chairs anymore. We're in November. When you get in November, man, and you're in the conversation, people talking about championships, and you're talking about championships, I just didn't. We were gonna stick with it, and part of the reason because of the way some of the interceptions happen. Listen, when we started August the 3rd, I didn't think we were gonna be in this situation. Let's just call a spade a spade. The only people that thought we would be in this situation is the people in this building. And so we're still in control of our own destiny. We're not going to play musical chairs because people think that's what we ought to do. We've always done it our way. We're going to continue to do it our way. And we'll win or lose doing it our way. And so I made a decision, and I stick by it.
Coach, this is a team you may see again.
Yeah, Mr. Cooper, I think that's what we told the team. If we do this the right way, and we handle things that we need to handle, we potentially could see them. Not too many times in life do you get a redo. And so if we get an opportunity to do a redo, I think we'll be ready. But we got some things we got to take care of before then. We got 3 SWAC games left. We go on the road to what I think is a really tough environment in Huntsville, Alabama. It's always been tough in the past times that I've been there. And so we got to get our guys ready to get on a plane and travel. We haven't done that this year. So we got a long time before that, but it's nothing like staying in control of your own destiny.
Was there something different in the Alabama State's offensive attack once the quarterback went out, once Andrew went out?
Yeah, they dedicated themselves to running the ball a little bit more. They got really big offensive linemen. And it's not that we were getting moved off the ball, it's that they were covering us up. And so when you get covered up, you got to fight to not just play the block, but you got to fight to get uncovered and then make the tackle. So there's an extra step there. And so they did a really good job of running the football.
What key takeaways did you take from tonight's game, and how are you and the team take it moving forward?
Yeah, on the positive side, we started extremely fast, which we hadn't done that before. Went down and scored, got a turnover, scored again. Those are things that we value. We value the growth. We're new. We're 11 months old. You know I got everybody thinking around here that we're old, and because we get on social media and talk about it, that team has been together for 4 years. That coach has been there for 4 years, but that's no excuse. We're 11 months old, and we're right in there. So I think the positives are we got a chance again to control where we end up, and we've done it in a really short time. And so I look forward to the rest of this season, but I really look forward to the future of our program because the lights are really bright, and a lot of y'all don't have the right glasses for how bright our program is.
On the defensive side today, Coach, you allowed no touchdowns at all. The running game was just a little obviously better, like what we didn't see for this whole entire season from the defense. How do you feel like the defense play was overall for this game, and just how you feel like for going for the rest of the season?
Well, they scored more than us, so it wasn't good enough. I mean, those guys will tell you that. If we get outscored, we don't play good defense. We'll look at some of those things. We gave up some runs on a miscommunication down on the goal line, having the right package in the game. We got to look at that. That was a coaching issue. We made that mistake, and so we got to get that fixed. And I've got all the confidence in the world in our guys and our staff that we'll get it fixed. We'll be right back on the cutting board tomorrow.
In the first half, we had talked about in my interview on homecoming week about what the defense needs to do for a game like this against a great quarterback like this. Y'all stopped him very well in the second half, that first half where he went out. I think he went out with a little injury, going 5 for 9, wasn't really efficient and got a little runs in. What was that defensive mindset going in for that strong start in that first quarter for that?
We knew what we had to do. I mean, you're talking about the best offense in our league and against what people say is the best defense, right? So you gotta, when you're playing an offense that's averaging 45, 47 points a game, whatever it was, they're averaging 400 or 500 yards of offense a game. You got your work cut out for you. I was really proud of the way our guys went to work. I'm not down on the way that we prepared or anything. We just got to get a couple of things fixed. And so, but had we won the game, I'd be sitting here saying we got to get some things fixed because that's just how we operate, man. We try to stay basic in our program. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you we got to get back to the basics. We stay basic. And so since we stay basic, we'll look at the basic things that we do. We'll get them fixed or we'll do something different and we'll get ready for this next one.
What was your final message to the team?
I told them it was good for them that they lost. It was good. Sometimes, man, you got to realize you got to touch that hot stove to know it's hot, right? Like,
Yeah.
Mama done told you that stove hot. You just want to go find out for yourself. And so I think things like that, if you look at the last time we lost, which has been a while, right, it woke us up. It woke us up into some things. And so I have no doubt these guys will bounce back. A lot of things happened in our program this week. Without some guys, we just kept going. We didn't lose the draw, man. They were gonna kick the ball off regardless of who we had or who we didn't have, right? And so that's no excuse. The guys that played, they played well enough to win. We got to figure out why we didn't win. And I told them sometimes it's good, but now you're in control of your destiny. How you handle it? How you gonna handle it? The way they ran off the field, man, I said if you walk off this field with your head down, it's gonna tell me that you're really not ready to be a champion. Man, that's a great responsibility and a courage that goes with winning. And if you don't have it, if you can't develop it as a staff and you don't put it into your kids, then you don't deserve to win. And so our kids, they're learning how to be winners. And so we told them they need to lose. It was good. It was good for me. We should hurt tonight.
Yeah.
Should. That way when we come to work tomorrow, it's serious.
Because what do you think this loss, obviously being a heartfelt loss, we got up to the wire, very close game, it was a great game for us. What do you feel like this says for the rest of the season, and especially going into next week, another SWAC East opponent like Alabama A&M?
Yeah, it doesn't say anything. You go to Alabama A&M, you do it, right? Like we got to use the lessons that we learn, right? And I'm not the one to say losing is a lesson. Man, you lost. Like it is what it is. Ain't no lesson for me. The lessons that what we need to do different is what I'm talking about, right? And so we'll get in there, we'll watch the tape, we'll evaluate it, we'll make sure we got the right people in the right places for what we're about to see, and we'll go out and put our best foot forward against Alabama A&M. We cannot lose twice. Can't do that, and that's not when you're trying to be a champion. Champions don't lose 2 times in a row, and so we got to make sure we get that message across.
Thank you, Coach.
All right,
Appreciate you.